Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 22. We are no longer in the beta, it is the full release of the game. We are still obviously in charge of Swansea, and this is the start of the Premier League. If you're excited to see the final season of the Swansea save, do please remember to leave a like on the videos. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel as well. I'm going to have a lot more Football Manager 22 content coming out, hopefully very soon. I've already announced my main save plans, which is going to be Dover Athletic, who are minus 12 points in the Vanarama National League. So that is going to be a challenge just to stay in the National League in the first season. But we're here to talk about Swansea, and let's talk about transfers. First and foremost, Will Smallbone has extended his loan deal for a third season, and basically at the end of this season he's out of contract with Southampton. If he does well, we might try and sign him, although we're not going to do a Season 4 on camera. I might carry on playing this off camera once Season 3 is finished. Mika Hamilton has also joined the club on a permanent deal because I've decided I want to make him good. I genuinely have no idea if Mika Hamilton has a lot of potential or not, but I see something here, so I'm determined to make him good. He's cost us £525,000, which is probably a reasonable deal, I think, but he's only 19. My first big signing that I did in the summer was to bring in a new left-back, and that is Remy Vita, and he didn't get a work permit, and I didn't realise this. He's done a marvellous Nakamba. We've brought him in for £6 million and then loaned him out to Galatasaray. I don't even know. They are paying some money. So we're going to get £95,000, which obviously isn't anywhere near the £6 million that we've paid, but I was hoping that Remy Vita would be very useful for us, but he's not going to play. Joining on a free transfer is Jan Valery. We had him on loan last season. He didn't really do a lot. 19 appearances he played for us, but he's joined on a free transfer. Gives us another option on that right wing-back position because basically we only had Ryan Fredericks. And Valery, I think he's going to be pretty good. He's probably our best right wing-back. But for £600,000, we've signed Andy Rinham-Hotter, who is a former Reading player who, for some reason, in this save went over to South Korea. He's cost £600,000, and yes, I'm fully aware he's not a right wing-back, but he will be. We are training him up to be one, and I think he's got the attributes to do it. 26-year-old Englishman, I think part Zimbabwean? Part Zimbabwean, there we go. He's also spent a year and a half in Korea. He's not Korean. In the middle of the pitch, we have signed Salih Ozcan on a free transfer from Köln. He has literally only ever played for Köln and a little bit of Holstein Kiel on loan. He has left Germany on a free transfer. I think this is a good player. Probably not as good as I was hoping he'd be. He's probably going to be a bit of a rotation player, but that's fine. Someone else who's also joined from Germany on a free transfer is Andre Hoffmann from Fortuna Düsseldorf, 30 years old, German central defender. I think he's going to be very helpful for us. I do like to sign centre-backs, and I think Andre Hoffmann on a free transfer is a very good option. We didn't have a huge amount of central defenders once I started loaning players out, so I needed to bring one in. In the last episode, I did say that we do need to bring ourselves in a goal scorer, and Hwang Hee-chan is the first of 3 strikers that we've brought to the club. He has only cost £3.4 million, and I think he's going to be very helpful as a pressing forward. This is why I've signed him. We've obviously played a complete forward and a pressing forward. Hwang is going to be the pressing forward on the right-hand side. We have brought a complete forward who is hopefully going to score us a lot of goals for the left-hand side, but we'll get to him in just a minute. Lorenzo Luca is next up, and he is one of 2 players who is arguably our best complete forward on attack. 22 years of age, 6'7" Italian giant. He has cost £4.2 million. Obviously, I think he starts at Pisa and then went to Empoli, and we brought him straight from Empoli after 1 season there. He's just good, isn't he? 16 finishing, 17 heading. I'm hoping Lorenzo's going to score us a lot of goals, and he's not the only person who I'm hopefully going to get a lot of goals from. We saw last season how good he was. Sam Surridge from Stoke has joined on a permanent deal. He was my first target. My first target was, I want Sam Surridge. If I can't get Surridge, I'll try and get Ivan Toney, which I thought was going to be a little bit of a stretch. I wanted him because he's English. I wanted to try and keep somewhat of an English or British spine to the team. Sam Surridge has cost us £12 million, potentially going up a little bit higher, I think going up to maybe £14 million. And there's a part exchange which is nobody useful, so don't worry too much about who's left and gone to Stoke. Also worth a mention, Marvelous Nakamba spent half the season on loan at Ludogorets in Bulgaria, and now he's got a work permit, so Marvelous Nakamba can play Premier League football for us, which is very helpful. We have also signed a bunch of, let's say, youth prospects. Riley Owen from Spurs, Mauro Bandiera from Arsenal, Brandon Brian Waugh from Spurs as well. I think that is all of the signings. And you can see on the right-hand side, lots and lots of people leaving as well. The only real big names is Liam Cullen and Ben Lloyd. Even though Cullen is only 24 years of age, I kind of felt bad for Stoke. They came in from, it was only £1.1 million, something like that. We didn't play him anyway because we loaned him out to Derby and then Hamilton. He's basically going to be the Sam Surridge replacement for Stoke. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Ollie McBurney's also gone out on loan to Sheffield United until the end of the season when his contract expires. We're not getting a lot of money, £145,000. I was never going to play him. I kind of got a bit frustrated with him at the end of last season because he didn't know how to score goals. So he's out on loan back to Sheffield United, and we're never going to see him again. Looking down the list then, a whole load of other players leaving on various deals. James Olayinka going to Sheffield Wednesday on a permanent deal. Cameron Evans to Barnsley on a permanent deal. Toby Amole to Coventry on a permanent deal, and a whole load of loans as well. Vita, we've mentioned. Franchi going to Châteauroux. Endo to MK Dons. Couple of players going to Newport as well. Santiago Anacande. Tom Pearce to Blackpool. Juan Cruz going back to his native Spain. This one's funny to me. Daniel Gizniak going to Forest Green for £175,000. Weirdly, he's going for more money than Ollie McBurney is. Why did Forest Green not go for McBurney? I would have accepted that as well. So the window is still open. However, we haven't got a lot of money. I've had to rejig this a few times because, we're overpaying for some people. We've had to give new contracts to a few players as well. And if we sort by highest wage, Sam Johnstone is now on £50,000 a week. If this season doesn't go well, we might be bankrupting Swansea next season in the Championship. The starting lineup then for the first game of our Premier League campaign, away from home against Manchester City. A nice and easy game there. Apparently it's not. It's going to be very difficult, isn't it? It is going to be Johnstone in goal, Worrell, Fry and Kilman at the back, Rinnemhotter and Friedel as the wing-backs, and Cham, Downs and Smallbone as the midfield, Hwang and Surridge as our strikers. You've noticed, or I hope you've noticed, not a lot of change. What is that? It's literally 7-8 players from the starting 11 were here last season. 3 new signings in the starting 11 and that's it. I'm hoping Downs and Cham are good enough. Obviously, we are still missing Dylan Levitt because at the end of last season, kept appealing for his suspension to be cancelled and they kept extending it. I think he's going to miss this match and the Burnley match. He'll be back for match number 3. So, in the full game, I don't know whether the match engine has changed much. They don't do release notes. They don't do patch notes for the full game because they don't have to because it's not a patch. It's just the full release. So I don't know whether corners have been nerfed a little bit, whether for some reason we're going to get more shots on target, which is something that we were always struggling with. I genuinely have no idea. Rinnemhotter with the ball, 7 minutes played. Joe Worrell across to Dale Fry. The back 3, hopefully, are going to keep us in this game. Down the right-hand side, Rinnemhotter once again is going to play it on the ground towards Hee-Chan and can't get the ball, though. And now, Manchester City can slowly build. Their opening game of the season, they clearly want to win a game as well, don't they? They're not just going to go easy on us because we're a newly promoted side. Laporte across to Benjamin Mendy. Is he going to run forward? Plays it on the ground to De Bruyne. Intercepted, that's good, and it's gone all the way back to Sam Johnstone, the former Manchester United goalkeeper, I think. Surridge isn't going to go for that. It's Serginho Dest to Raheem Sterling on the right. Long ball forward. Erling Haaland's gone for a long-range effort and hits it wide of Johnstone's post. First chance goes to Manchester City, but it's still currently 0-0. Maybe not for much longer, because City have got themselves another chance. Sterling's managed to break past Will Smallbone. Sterling keeps hold of it, back to Dest, across to Bernardo Silva. Smallbone's intercepted it and cleared upfield. Surridge isn't going to get there, though. And it's going to be Manchester City once again coming forward with the ball. Sterling to Rodrigo. It's Rodri. Why is his name Rodrigo? Friedel doesn't win the header. Dest to Bernardo. Back to Rodri once again. Back even further to Laporte. They literally have one player in their own half. De Bruyne to Haaland. Haaland takes a touch. And it's 1-0. It's not 1-0. Haaland was offside. We are hopefully going to get away with that thanks to VAR. There we go. Goal disallowed. Nice. Considering we've had 2 reasonably long highlights, there's been 1 shot in this match, technically, because that Haaland chance doesn't count because it wasn't an allowed shot because he was offside. De Bruyne on the left-hand side for City. It has been all Manchester City so far. Sterling goes for a curling effort over the bar of Sam Johnstone. Second shot, but neither of them on target so far for City. Apparently 4 shots. Fair enough. Surridge isn't really doing much, and he's looking very, very tired. Did I make a mistake in starting Sam Surridge? let's be honest, if you thought it'd be 0-0 at half-time against Man City at the Etihad, you're probably lying, aren't you? You're doing well. Keep it up. I genuinely think we might need to try and bring Surridge off. If we bring on Carlos Fernandez, and I'm wondering whether we just try and go a little bit more defensive. Because right now, we're doing nothing anyway. If we go cautious, let's go cautious. We'll stick with the same formation, but we'll go cautious. And straight into the second half. Fernandez on then for Sam Surridge, who was, to be honest, he did say before I kicked off the match that I probably shouldn't play him because he's not match fit. They proved a point. De Bruyne with a free kick on the hour mark. Curling effort. Sam Johnstone fists it away. It's going to be a corner. I mean, we still haven't had a shot yet, which is a little bit disheartening. De Bruyne has gone over to take it towards the 6-yard box. It's Ruben Diaz. Flynn Downs clears. Silva goes for a long-range chance. Over the bar again. Do we go even further back? Do we go... I mean, I feel like... Do we go defensive? Do we drop it down from cautious to defensive? Bernardo Silva to De Bruyne. 2-3 in the box. João Felix is there, but the shot is blocked. And now, counter-attack time. Here we go. Carlos Fernandez needs some support. Needs the highlight to carry on as well. This isn't what you expected from the first game of the season, I don't think, but we are going very defensive now. We're going to take off Hwang. We're going to bring on Marvellous Nakamba. And can we get you, ball-winning midfielder, on defend? Do we want 2 ball-winning midfielders? I mean, we've got them. We're just going to hold out for the draw. Hopefully we're going to hold out for the draw. We've got one more sub to do, which we are going to do maybe 80 minutes in, just to do a bit more time wasting, which would be now. Renham Hotter is not having a good game, but we don't have another right-back on the bench, so he's going to have to stay on. Smallbone is going to be the man to come off, and we're going to bring on Ozcan, and we're going to drop even further back defensively. I mean, I feel sorry for Fernandez. He's up there by himself, but if we can hold on a 0-0 draw, first game of the Premier League season against Man City, that would be pretty spectacular. That's offside. It's offside. It's offside. The flag's up. The flag is up. Please tell me VAR, be my friend. Be my friend, VAR. We've gone so defensive. We've got literally like 7 defenders now. It's disallowed. It is disallowed. It is still 0-0. 3 minutes of injury time. Can we hold on? It's not a victory, but it feels like one. Genuinely, last episode, end of Season 2, we couldn't score a goal. We didn't even have a shot in this match, and I feel like we've won the game. It's a 0-0 draw against Man City. It's very defensive, isn't it? But I'm fine with that. The starting lineup for match number 2 at home against Burnley. This, arguably, is one of those games where we need to try and win. This is a winnable match. If we want to stay in the league, this is the type of team that we should be beating, particularly at home. It's going to be Johnstone in goal, Worrell, Hoffman and Kilman at the back. Hoffman obviously going to be making his debut today. Jan Valery and Friedel as the wing-backs. Valery comes in because Renham Hotter was absolutely garbage against Manchester City. Even though we didn't concede a goal, we still got a 6.1. And Cham, Downs and Smallbone will be the attacking midfielder options and central midfield options, and Hwang and Luca will be our strikers today. Surridge obviously drops to the bench because he didn't do very well either, and he was very tired, so hopefully Luca, who actually played for the under-23s the day before the Man City game, is going to do pretty good against Burnley on his debut. First home game back in the Premier League, and I'm confident. I'm quietly confident, although I'm vocally confident right now because it's a YouTube video, but if I was, you get it, if I was quietly confident, it would be weird in a video. We need to make sure we win this game. We definitely need to make sure we win this game. This is the type of match that will keep us in the league. It's also the type of match that will probably see us getting relegated as well, because I feel like we're either going to do really well or really badly. Angelo with the ball. Is he the Brazilian wonder kid? One of the Brazilian wonder kids in this game. It's on towards that right-hand side. Caligari's got loads of space to run into, and for some reason, Friedel's just let him do that as well. It is all the way back to Soa. Plays it further back as well. It's Cajuste back to Kouyaté. Smallbone's trying to put some pressure on, but not quite getting there. Caligari to Cajuste once again, back to Kouyaté. These three passing between them. It's gone all the way back to Nick Pope. Okay, fair enough. Not the best clearance either by Pope to Valery, and Cham plays it to Maxwell Cornet. Why did he do that? Why didn't Cham just pass straight to him? Dwight McNeil's got past Valery, but Valery's managed to make up the ground. 3 Burnley players in the box. Chris Wood is one of them. He heads over Sam Johnstone's bar. It is still 0-0, but first chance really going to Burnley. We've also had a shot. Our first shot in the Premier League, and it's come after literally a full match has been played. Smallbone with the ball. Plays, he's run off to the right-hand side, actually. 4 in the box. It's Cajuste almost puts that in. Pope's cleared it. It's Flynn Downs to collect. Are we going to carry on this highlight? I feel like we might, you know. It's gone all the way back to Johnstone, who's well out of his goal. What are we doing? This is a strange highlight. This is definitely a strange highlight. It's a long ball forward. Flynn Downs gets it forward for us. Luca to Smallbone. To Huang Hee-chan. Right-hand side is Jan Valery. Does use the space as well. 4 in the box. Stick it on Luca's head. He's a big lad. He's 6'7". He does get on the end of it. He's hit it over the bar though. Still 0-0 here in South Wales. Marco Friedel with a free kick. 25th minute. Back post is Joe Worrell. And Joe Worrell's put it in, but it's not going to count. The referee is appealing, or he's not appealing, the defenders are appealing for offside. Is it going to count? We're going to get some VAR. Come on, VAR. Be my friend. You are my friend. It is 1-0 to Swansea City. Joe Worrell with his first goal of the season. His 48th goal for Swansea in a year and a half, apparently. He seems to score way too many goals. Caligari with a corner for Burnley just before half-time. It's cleared. Smallbone doesn't quite get there. McNeil has it, though. Going off towards the left-hand side. Smallbone's keeping up with him every single step of the way. Back to Jack Cork, the former Southampton man. Sower is there. Friedel gets the ball clear. It's a great save, I think, from Johnstone. It's going to be another corner. Caligari's gone over once again to take it right-footed. It's cleared by the big 6'7" Italian Luca. And Angelo's pushed over Smallbone. And that's going to be a free kick. And it didn't go in, everybody. Don't worry. So far, Lorenzo Luca is doing not great. He's a 6.6. Half-time, we are 1-0 to the good thanks to that Joe Worrell header. I'm going to say things are going well, but you're capable of better. Because I genuinely think that's true. You weren't that bad. You can improve. Let's go for that one. Let's try and fire some people up. I would love Luca to put in a bit more of a performance. We are getting our shots away, but still not on target. Jan Valery with a throw. 53rd minute, straight to Jack Cork, though. Why did we do that? Joe Worrell. Is it Joe Worrell? It is Joe Worrell, the captain, plays it back to Johnstone. Now Max Kilman. Hoffman's in front of him if he wants to pass it to him. Instead he stands perfectly still. And Cham to Downs, trying to pass our way through. Kajus has gone through the back of Smallbone. That is going to be his second yellow card. And we are now against 10-man Burnley at home. This arguably should be... We need to go for the kill, don't we? We need to go for the kill. We're going to go positive. They've also just done 3 substitutions. Bazua, Brownhill and Bothheim all coming on. Free kick from Friedel towards the back post and it's cleared. Smallbone's going to collect it for us. Back to Hoffman. He's gone for a long-range effort. And oh my word, Andre Hoffman, on his debut, the centre-back, has just curled in that into the top corner. It's 2-0 against Burnley. 20 minutes left to play. We are going to be picking up the 3 points here, surely now. Right, let's do this change. Luca's coming off. Sam Surridge is going to come on. If there's ever a time for Surridge to get on the score sheet, now is that time. We're going to do Downs as well for Marvellous Nakamba. Shaw as the ball in the midfielder, which is... Technically, that's why we signed him to play that position. We just never got him to do that because he didn't get a work permit. Friedel with a free kick for us in a reasonable position. Plays it on the ground instead. Kilman to Hoffman. Is he going to get second of the game? It's gone over the bar this time. Final 10 minutes are approaching very quickly. And we are looking very, very good here. Up to 7th place after just 2 matches. We've technically got a game in hand over a couple of teams as well. I know we're into injury time, but we're going to do another change. We are going to do... What do we do here? Let's bring on Ozcan for... Oliver and Cham. It's all of our changes. Waste a little bit more time. And that is a very, very good 3 points against Burnley. 2-0 victory. Yes, they did get a player sent off. They were filthy. Wood, Kajust, Satulo, Cornet, Kajust again, Koyate, Bazua and Caligari all picking up yellow cards. That's disgusting. And I just wanted to check that Angelo is the Wonder Kid, Brazilian, and he got a 6.1 rating, so he is spot on. We're not quite done for this episode. We've also got transfer deadline day to deal with. I'm not expecting anybody to be joining the club, but we are probably going to be seeing some players leave, most likely some youth players. We've also just played Gillingham, I think it was Gillingham, in the League Cup. That's what it's called, not the FA Cup. We beat them, I think it was 3-1 in the end, but we did a 2-1, sorry. But Marco Friedel did get himself sent off for 2 yellow cards. Not ideal, but we are through to the 3rd round. So we do keep getting lots of people wanting to sign our youth players on permanent deals, which I do not want to do. I don't want to sell any youth players. I genuinely don't want to sell them. Arguably, Gillingham are coming in for him, and Morecambe, so I can't imagine they're any good, but I don't want to get rid of them, just because they're youth players. So, players who are attracting interest in our squad. Jake Bidwell has some interest from Ipswich. I would genuinely be happy to sell Bidwell. Nicholas Hansen has some interest from West Brom, fair enough. And Smallbone has interest from me, I guess. And Michael Obafemi may be going out on loan. That'll be useful to see if that actually takes place. So a couple of hours later, I did put in an offer for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, but he wants silly money, £105,000 a week. I wanted some competition, basically, for Will Smallbone, because Smallbone is kind of our only attacking midfielder at the moment, but we don't have the money to spend. We have got 33k. If we want to rejig, we might be able to push it up to maybe £4 million. That's kind of the region when you consider we also need to do some wages in there as well. So yeah, we don't really have the money to spend. Won't stop me looking though, will it? Already at the top of the list, Andre Franco. Andre Franco is 3.6 to 6.8 million, which we could afford. We could genuinely afford that. If we compare him as an AMC, for some reason they don't consider Smallbone as an AMC, and Cham and Dylan Levitt. I want to know how good he is against Smallbone. So we might have put in a loan offer for Franco. It's going to cost us £1 million to loan him, but there is an optional fee of 3 million at the end of the loan, which I guess he's still got plenty of time left on his contract, because that way it's a try before you buy, basically. Newport want Brandon Brown on loan. Sure, as a fringe player, I mean, I'd rather you actually go out to get some football, but fair enough. And West Brom have come in for Hansen. Now, I was kind of hoping Hansen would stick about and be my third choice goalkeeper, but realistically, we ain't playing him, are we? He is sat in the first team, but he's never going to play for us. 20k and a 20% profit, that'll do. Well, screw you, Franco. Didn't want to sign you anyway. Why have you rejected the loan deal? Well, Hansen isn't going anywhere because the work permit's been rejected. We are in the process of purchasing somebody from Germany. He's an English player, and apparently he only wants to be an emergency backup, so hopefully we'll hear from him in just a minute. Yep, he signed a new contract with Hamburg. Seriously, game? I'm going to put the offer back in and see. I mean, they're okay with it. I mean, do you want a right winger first? Is there anyone that I've got that you might be interested in? Noah Emaran? I mean, permanent. You can have him. Fair, sure. Have him on loan. Are you going to be okay with that? No, they don't. They don't like that. I mean, that's just no. Look, no and no. Just 1.3 million. So they've accepted that, and I'm just going to reject the loan back, and I can't offer him a contract because he's only just signed a new. Fine, we're not getting Amiachi. I am very determined to bring in an attacking midfielder. I've put in an offer for a former Southampton player, because I always have to try and buy former Southampton players. It's only a loan deal, but it's going to cost us £1.7 million. Hopefully, it gets done within the next 3 hours. It will. He's got his work permit. It is Manolo Gabbiadini. We are going to have to adjust the budget, which is fair enough. We'll adjust it slightly. Gabbiadini is in then. I know he's more of a striker than an attacking midfielder, but he's actually a very good attacking midfielder as well. So, we've got our squad. Our squad is effectively completed now. Gabbiadini is in. He's in the prime years of his life. I'm going to make sure that he's trained up as an advanced playmaker on support attack. That's what you play. He's got the numbers. That's all I'm interested in. He's got the numbers. Plus, he's got 19 penalty taken, 16 free kicks, 16 long shots. He might be scoring some worldies. With 1 hour remaining then, we've done all of our business, but there is still some potential business going on. Nicholas Hansen might be leaving the club. Portsmouth want him on a permanent deal. Probably won't get a work permit. And I think a team in Scotland, possibly Inverness, there you go, wanted him on loan. I guess their window is still open. We're 19th when it comes to wages. Cool, that's good to see. Hansen's move to Portsmouth has been cancelled, but he could still go up north to Scotland. It's kind of north. So the only business that we did on deadline day then was Manolo Gabbiadini. I don't think we did anything during this episode other than Gabbiadini. Maybe a couple of players leaving on loan. Rafael Naya going to Mura, Brown Butler going to Newport, and Lewis Webb going to Oldham. Other than that, we didn't really do anything. That is going to do it for this episode. Actually, no, it won't. Before we go, where do they think we're going to finish? 18th. 18th place. They think we're going to get relegated. Fair enough. We are going to try and prove them wrong. That was quite a long episode, wasn't it? Thank you very much for watching. Next episode, we are going to go for Southampton and Leeds United. I think 2 matches that we are hopefully going to be good enough to win. Also, I want to play against Southampton because it's a team that I support and I want to beat them. That'll be nice to see. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. More Football Manager 22 content will hopefully be coming out very, very soon with my main save with Dover Athletic starting within a week. That's the plan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.